Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It's been a to be honest, it's been a stressful week. So, hey, how's it going, everybody? Feel free to say hi as you're coming in. And I do want to thank people that do join in today and those that watch the replay. #replay crew. Really appreciate you guys for coming through. Yes, it's been a crazy week. A lot of things going on. Yo, what's up, Baby Yoda? What's going on, man? Appreciate you for being here. And we got coffee in the building. What's going on? Yeah. Figured I'd show the update to Android 12 beta 2.1. So there we just got a an update. So that's there are some things that you can visually see with the update. I do have a more detailed of what was fixed with this latest one. So the update was like 4.88 megabytes. No, not a gigantic update, but there was one thing that they did correct that I'm actually happy that they did, and it's not really even an important one. Like, this is not an absolute make or break for Android 12, but I'm kind of happy that they did kind of focus on that. So okay, so let me pull up 9to5google.com and we'll just kind of go over it. All right, so Android 12 beta 2.1 rolling out with the pixel bug fixes. Of course, it's supposed to be fixing bugs. So here's the full release notes of what's been fixed. So one of the things that's fixed is an issue that prevented users from accessing things on the lock screen. For example, swiping down for the notification shade, swiping away for notifications, or swipe up to unlock phone. That has been corrected. The issue number was 190702454. So these are, and remember, these are things that's given to Google basically for them to go in and fix, right? So if you're in the Android 12 beta program, hopefully you guys are utilizing the feedback app more than anything, because that will actually, this is how they can correct bug issues found within the beta. Okay. So the next thing that they fixed the issues that caused information such as weather and calendar events to not appear in the at a glance widget on the home screen or lock screen. This was issue number 190700432 and issue 190644743. And you know what? That is absolutely true. I'll show you guys here in a little while. When my little screen is a lot bigger. But yes, before it would only it showed the calendar for me, but it didn't show the weather. Now it shows both the calendar and weather at a glance at the very top. So yeah, that's been fixed, which is nice to have. That is absolutely nice to have. Just keep my phone right there on the side so I can refer to it. Let's see. Fix an issue that sometimes cause flickering or jittery animations when accessing recent apps with gesture navigations. I didn't experience this with the previous beta 2, but some people did. And so if this was something that was like, plaguing people, glad that it's fixed. Another thing that's fixed in Android 12 Beta 2.1, fixed an issue that sometimes caused microphone and camera permission indicators to get stuck and disappear until the phone was rebooted. I'm surprised that this actually kind of happened, but I mean, I'm wondering, which devices this happened on, or did this happen across all devices? Because I don't remember seeing that as a problem for mine. But it's not all about my device. This is everyone else's device. So this is actually pretty cool to see what other people were going through with Android Beta 2. Well, 12 Beta 2. Another thing they fixed an issue when using the Android emulator with an Android virtual device, or AVD, running Android 12 that prevented the AVD from connecting to the internet. So that's nice. If you use Android virtual devices, then that's been fixed in this latest release. They also fixed an issue where after taking beta and resetting the device, some users were stuck on the setup wizard, issue number 1900825536. So that has all been fixed with this small update. Now, this says right here, Android 12 Beta 2.1, or its build number code, SPB2.210513.011 is rolling out now. It's a 4.1 megabit, and it says on the 4A, but on my 4A it was 4.8. And as an OTA that can easily install via the check update button in settings. It is also available for manual download and flashing. If you need help, here's a full guide on installing Android 12, and it gives you the factory image from the OTA, so you can just flash that with ADB if you wanted to do that. So, okay, that's a bit of good news to know. And I believe I guess that happens when I screen share. It gets glitchy. Anyways, so yeah, that's nice to know that those things have been corrected. Now, it's kind of funny though that they put out this small update. So does this mean that 12 Beta 3 is not coming to us in the beginning of July? Is that what's happening here? Is it coming a little bit later in July? Because I mean, this coming out right now, and we're on the 24th. We are 6 days away to the end of the month, so that's like less than a week. And usually, like about July 5th is when these updates come out for the beta project. So it's kind of interesting to see that they gave us this right now, and I wonder what Beta 3 is going to bring. But one of the things that they absolutely fixed with Beta 2.1. So in Beta 2, one of the things that people were kind of like excited about was the U theme UI. So again, when you select a specific wallpaper, everything, the accents all across the user interface was supposed to emulate whatever the primary and secondary colors were in your wallpaper. So if it was like predominantly yellow, then you would have yellow accents. If it was predominantly green, you would have green, etc. So when Beta 2 came out, that wasn't functioning correctly, at least for some people. Some people didn't have a problem with it. Some people did. I was one of the people that did. If I changed the wallpaper, which I use backdrops for wallpaper. That's how I get these pretty cool wallpapers that I have. I don't even know why it launched YouTube for. That's something I've noticed too. It's like when you unlock your phone, it opens up an app and launches something without you even wanting to do that. But anyways, all right, so this is the wallpaper that I currently have right now. And the app that I use is called Backdrops. And it's got these really cool wallpapers that, you can just use. It's absolutely nice. There are a lot of creative wallpapers. Like I used this one the other day. It's called Ready Moon. But yeah, you just have like, different ones like abstract art. You have, scenic views like this one called Mount Escape. I mean, you can just set these as your wallpapers. Even this one, landscape. I mean, how cool is that for a wallpaper? I don't think it's capturing it the best. Let me just kind of lower the brightness a little bit. Maybe then you'll be able to see like the moon and stuff in background. There you go. There's just some cool wallpapers, and this is what I've been using to test out the UTheme UI by, you know, having it set to where it gives me a new wallpaper every day. So every day in the morning when I wake up, I got a brand new wallpaper already pushed onto the UI. And then, you know, flicking down, you know, you can see if that changes. So it absolutely does change. Now, here's the thing that, you know, I do want to say, it's not a dramatic change. I've noticed that it really, when you have dark mode on, it really sticks to soft colors because of dark mode. So I guess because of dark mode, it feels like, you know, doing like maybe like a vibrant yellow or vibrant green or any of like that kind of stuff is out of the picture. When you switch it to light mode is when the color accents become more heavy and impactful. And that's so like if you say you put a wallpaper and it's predominantly a maroon color, in dark mode, it'll give a light pink for the quick setting pill buttons or cards or whatever they want to call them on the notification shade, right? It'll give a light pinkish color. You switch it to light mode, and then it gives a dark maroon color, which matches the wallpaper out. So really, it's just more of like, it's real more of just like, okay, put it in light mode. But the reason that we even got all excited for the user interface having a dark mode was because it was supposed to save on battery. Now the Pixel 4a has pretty good battery itself. If I switch it to light mode, I'm pretty sure it'll be near same battery like capacity. Not capacity, but battery usage as I do out of the Pixel 3 or the Pixel 4. No, it's okay. It's okay, coffee. Yeah, so but you know, finish what you were gonna say, coffee, while I continue on. So I mean, you know, that's a given fact. That's a given fact. But you know what? I mean, you know, it's a nice step forward into kind of bringing something different to Android, something that, you know, you can visually see a change in. Yeah, it's an odd problem. But yeah, you know, I don't really think it's a problem. I just think that's just the way how they wanted to do it, right? You know, because I mean, I don't know, maybe they felt like, you know, lighter colors for dark mode was a better fit. And then the more vibrant, darker colors when you're in light mode, I think that's just right. They try to do that yin yang balance, light and darkness, and, you know, good and evil and all that stuff. They're trying to do that with the color schemings, which is totally fine. I mean, the main thing is though now is that when you do change a wallpaper, like all the accents and everything change to go along with it, including now in the notification shade, because that was one of the things that I talked about. Like I would switch a wallpaper, let's say like, you know, I was using something that was maroon and then I switched to something that had like blue and yellow, and so it took yellow as the primary color. All the accents like in settings and stuff like that, the toggle switches, like, you know, notifications and all that stuff, not the notification shade, but like, you know, in settings, and then you go to notification, you can toggle on and off certain things. Or if you go to like network and you can toggle off Wi-Fi, like all those accents would be yellow. But then when you drop down the notification shade, the little like these things would be like a peach color or a light blue color. And I was like, those should have changed with the rest of the accents in the UI. So they had fixed that. And you know, now it's doing what it needs to do when you do change your wallpaper. So that's one of the things that you will notice with beta 2.1. Like I said, that and the at a glance actually showing the weather now. Some people didn't get calendar or weather. Some people, I guess, just got calendar like me. Now I have calendar and weather, so that's actually pretty cool. Let's see. My keyboard drank coffee some time ago, and it worked fine, but now it's too hot, and maybe that messed it up. I don't know. I see what you. Yeah, I can tell. So reacts as enter key. Wait. Something. So as I press L, it reacts as enter key. Okay, got you. Anyways, Yeah. So if you have any of the Pixel devices, or you have any of the devices that are part of the beta program, definitely look in a system update, and there should be an update waiting for you for the Android 12 beta. Now available beta 2.1. And I have like various different Pixel devices, and most of them are still on Android 11. I know that the 4A is what I'm using right now with Android 12 beta, so that way I can beta test and send feedback to Google. So also, speaking of Google, so update to everything and jumping the gun and stuff like that. So the Pixel 5a is on the way. That's given. However, it just turned out to be that Team Pixel members got the Pixel Buds A. I'm seeing a lot of them, post on social media that they got the Pixel Buds A. Shouts out to made by Google for sending it out. And again, like, I protect my sources, but you know what? Like, I'll just say this: like, pretty sure that the Pixel 5a is gonna rock in August. But it's interesting to see that, everyone's starting to get the Pixel Buds A. I have the Pixel Buds 2, right? And shout out to the homie Sneed. I hit him up on Twitter because he's part of Team Pixel, so I'm pretty sure, this morning I woke up, I was pretty sure that he got the Pixel Buds A. So I reached out to him and I just said, hey, when you do your unboxing, you do your first, impressions of the Pixel Buds A, could you see if the earbuds from the Pixel Buds A, if they fit and charge in the Pixel Bud 2's case? And because he has both, like, he got the Pixel Buds 2 when he got the Pixel 5, so that came with him from a gift by Google. It's for him to review when he was brought into Team Pixel. He was brought into Team Pixel for the Pixel 4a, and then he got the 5 with the Pixel Buds 2. So he also has the Pixel Buds A now. And this is just an experiment thing, because I don't think I'm going to be getting the Pixel Buds A anytime soon. So I just hit him up. Hey, what's up, Sneed? So I hit him up on Twitter and I asked him, when he does it, his review, his first impressions, stuff like that. Could he just check to see if the Pixel Buds A earbuds fit in the Pixel 2 case? Because with these things, and this is what I noticed, you can find them for sale like on OfferUp and Macari and places like that. Like, people will actually be selling the case because they'll be like, they lost the buds and all they have is a case, right? And so somebody wants to have a wireless charging case but got the Pixel Buds A, then if it does fit and charge in the Pixel 2, the Pixel Buds 2 case, then there you go. You just got to go on the place and just buy the case off of somebody that's selling theirs. So just popping in, I got a shout out. Absolutely tremendous. So what are y'all up to? I was just talking. Well, earlier I was talking about beta 2.1. So a lot of the bug fixes that they fixed in this 2.1 rollout for beta 12, and we also talked about the U theme Pixel UI. So the correction that they made with the UI regarding the color changing when you change your wallpaper. They corrected that now, so now it works a lot better than what it did with beta 2. So 2.1 rolled out. If you have it on any of your Pixels, check system update for it. It fixed a lot of other things too, like the at a glance now has the weather again, and the weather and calendar for some people who didn't have either. I had the calendar. Mine showed the calendar, so it showed the date, but I didn't get like the weather report or anything like that. They didn't tell me what the temperature outside was, but now it does. So they fixed a couple of those things. Of course, of app crashing and jittering from certain things, they fixed that too. But yeah, now I'm talking about the Pixel Buds A, because everyone else is starting to. I'm seeing more Instagram posts than I am seeing like YouTube unboxings. I think. The only video I've seen recently of somebody with the Pixel Buds A, so not the ones that bought them when they launched, but recently would be Trenton's Tech. I watched his unboxing and first impressions of it, and I'm waiting for everybody else's to put up their unboxing and first impressions of it. Like I said, I probably won't get the Buds A anytime soon right now, but I'm a quirky person, and so that's why I reached out to Sneed, because I know he's part of Team Pixel, and I said, hey, see if the earbuds of the Pixel Buds A, if they fit into the Pixel Buds 2 case and charge. Because then, that's like one of the things that like people are kind of like upset about. But what do you expect? At $99 for this thing, first of all, they upgraded the antennas in them, so the antennas are supposed to be far better than what they are in the Pixel Buds 2. And with the software update of 553, it actually fixed a lot of the issues that I frowned upon. So I am actively using my Pixel Buds again, as I should, because getting them as a gift where someone spent $179 plus tax for this thing for me, and I just can't let it sit on my desk and collect dust. I do have other options that I like to use, and they're always great backups. I keep mostly these two with me. So like the Skull Candy Dimes and the Pixel Buds 2, I like to keep with me. I got other options here. I mean, there's 2 different colors of the Skull Candy Sesh Evas. So I have maroon and like a light color, and then the black JVC gummies. These are actually pretty good too. And yeah, so I have a lot of, I don't have a lot. I just have a few. Whoa, where's the other one at? There they are. And the Skull Candy Indie Evos. So I have a good amount of wireless audio tech, to just kind of work with. But yeah, so gotta be using these things. But you know what? Like, so some things that some people aren't pretty much aware about is that there's no wireless charging on the Pixel Buds A. You gotta straight plug it in to a Type-C, which is why it comes with a USB Type A to USB Type-C, because you can use your laptop to charge it. If you have like a generic wall adapter, you can plug it in there to charge it. I just use my Pixel chargers. So the ones that came with my Pixel phones, I just use those to charge the buds if I need to. But I do have wireless Qi charging with my lamp behind my Pixel book here. So I just lay these on top of that and just let it wirelessly charge. But I don't depend on wireless charging too much, because I feel like when you wirelessly charge your devices, you degrade the battery a lot faster than what you would if you actually just connected it to a wire charge. Plus, it charges faster when I charge it with the wires versus doing wireless charging. But wireless charging is nice to have if you need it. The case with the Pixel Buds 2 and the earbuds themselves are IPX4, water resistant or sweat resistant. So yeah, it's not like you can go dive into the pool and swim with them all day long and they're going to be fine. No. But they can handle sweat when you're working out. They can handle a light splash from the rain when you're walking around. So you need more ears. No, just whatever I feel like using. I mean, each one of these earbuds that I have, they have a different sound profile, and it's just depending for what I'm going to do or whatever. For a long time I mostly used the Indie Evos, but they have been silently replaced by the Skull Candy Dimes, and these things are cheap. These things are $25, but they sound hella good. They sound on par with the Indie Evos or just slightly better, and they're so compact compared to the Indie Evos case, you know what I mean? And it's got this nice little lanyard thing. I can just clip this to my keychain and I have it. They're really nice to have. But for a lot of functionality and good quality sound, the Pixel Buds 2, with the software update of 553, it's been corrected, so it's sounding much better right now. And I still get some drops, drop connection and stuff like that. When I turn my head to the right, the left one just kind of like cuts out for a little bit and then connects. But I mean, that's just due to the type of antenna that they use when they built these Pixel Buds 2. So that's those people who are out there wondering, should I get the Pixel Buds 2? Should I get the Pixel Buds A? It's like you're caught between a rock and a hard place, because there's things that you got to factor in, right? Like what means most to you with those buds. Because the Pixel Buds A fixes a lot of the issues with it dropping. What's up, Josh? How's it going, man? It fixed a lot of the issues with the connection dropping, because they've used a better antenna for the Pixel Buds A. Downside is that it's not IPX4, water resistant or sweat resistant. So that's some of the sacrifice that you'll be making. So it's either, you choose one that has a better antenna connection, so you do keep that connection going, especially when you go to the gym and you work out and stuff like that. Or does IPX4 sweat resistant, I'm gonna call it, if that and wireless charging is important. Now, if you don't care that it's IPX4 sweat resistant, but you want the better antenna, which is in the Pixel Buds A's, but you want wireless charging on the go, then stay tuned, because I got the thumbs up from Sneed on Twitter, so he's gonna try them. He's gonna try to do it, where he takes the buds from his Pixel Buds A and he's going to put them in his Pixel Buds 2 case. Now, people are going to be like, how do we know those are the Pixel Buds 2 and not the Pixel Buds A case? Well, the Pixel Buds A case, when you open it on the inside color accent is like a light gray color. The outside is white. The Pixel Buds 2's color scheme is black on the inside like mine, and then white on the outside, and then whatever, color bud choice you chose. Also orange, the green color, the black color. So those are some of the things there to just kind of like think about. Hey, what's up, Gene? What's going on? What is the latest? Oh. There's nothing on the Buds 3. So the A's are going to be what's pretty much put out for right now. I don't think they're going to be doing a 3 this year. There's really been no evidence pointing to them doing any type of other wireless audio device other than the Buds A, which is now pretty much out, and a lot of the Team Pixel guys are getting them. So yeah, my apologies to anybody that got overhyped on a live stream that I did when I was like, okay, the 5A might be coming. You know what I mean? And I appreciate the people in Team Pixel who, they see how much I like Pixel devices. They advocate to the people behind Team Pixel about me. And even though I still haven't had my card punched by Team Pixel to join them, they keep me in the loop of things. Now, again, you ain't gonna know who. You ain't gonna know who, because I'm not that type of person. But I did shouts out to them for letting me know. The good thing about it is, and things that's under embargo, they won't tell me. And I like it that way, because I don't want them to get in trouble or lose their position. You know what I mean? So that's something that's an understanding that I have with several of the members, is that if it is something under embargo, don't tell me, because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But the 5A is more than likely coming in August. So we got about a month, and maybe let's say a month and a half till we see those. And then to the person that commented one of my videos yesterday, I don't know, maybe I sounded like an a-hole. The person was like, "Don't vape, it'll kill you." And I just told the person in response, like, you know what, worry about your life, stop worrying about everybody else's. I mean, I don't know, in that mindset, there's a lot of things going on. Those people that follow me on the gram and other social platforms know I'm kind of stressing out a little bit. There's things, going on with my mom. She suffered another stroke, and both my sister and I feel helpless, as going to Thailand is not an option. So, we feel helpless that we can't be by her side. Anyways, so I guess I didn't feel like doing anything. I just felt like kind of keeping to myself on things. Today I decided to do a live stream for a little bit. Which is, why I keep Google Fi, because I can call my mom every day or every other day and just casually talk with her for like 5 minutes. Because she can't talk very long. The paralysis on the left side of her body is just really because of their methods of how they lock down in that country. they're not letting people like because she lives in smaller villages. She doesn't live in a major city. She doesn't live in like Chiang Mai or any of those major cities. She lives in a small like a small town village, and the small town villages, they don't let outsiders in. They're pretty much like the people that live there are locked to stay there. I mean, they have their own markets, meat markets, fish markets. They got where they can buy data for their smartphone so they can stay connected with people. So they don't let anybody in. So even if I was to fly over there, I would not be able to be allowed in. So that's a downside to it. Now, in 2 months, I think, apparently they're going to open back up. The problem with that is that my mother doesn't have 2 months. So, yeah. Trust me, I looked into a lot of things about this. Like, I'm not one to slouch when it comes to family members that are, going to pass. Like, I look at every option that I can do. Yeah. So, both my sister and I are stuck between a rock and a hard place on that. It's really tough. It's tough. So the most I can do right now is just talk with her every day. She's made her peace with life already. The last time I spoke with my mom, both my sister and myself called my mom, and that's the benefits of having Google Fi. So shouts out to Google Fi, because I can call my mom. It doesn't cost me like a per minute rate or anything like that. So I actually 3-wayed. I called my sister first, and then I added my mom to the call, and then we all talked. And my mom had made peace, with everything. She's just waiting her moment. Whenever that moment is, she's waiting for that moment. So, but I think everybody, on the gram who gave encouraging comments and sending prayers and blessings, like I really appreciate that. That's why I love, people that I meet that are like really, good hearted and stuff like that. Like, I love you guys, because you don't have to do that. You don't have to, worry about my worries. Yeah, and like that's what we do today, right? With social media, we use it as a way to reach out. When we feel alone, when we feel down, when we feel depressed, we reach out. And there's always, you always come across good people that have a heart and care, and make that known. And I try to return the gesture back. When I see people going through hard times, I try to give encouraging comments on their stuff. Most recently, one of my favorite underground hip hop artists, he's pretty underground. But anyways, so he does YouTube. He vlogs a lot, but he also dabbles with tech. It's really cool to see, but his channel is called To The Loot. So TO space DA space LUTE. But he's going through some rough stuff too. So, I left him a comment on his latest vlog video last night, and just telling him to stay positive. He's a very positive person. You know what I mean? He goes out there and, he helps the homeless in the city of Baltimore. Like, he helps the homeless out there, feeds the homeless. He helps other artists come up, in the music industry. He hosts the freestyle battles in Baltimore City. He does a lot for his community. He also, designates his place of residence as a place to charge those Lime scooters. Like, he just does a lot. He's always grinding, always out there doing what he's got to do. And listening to his vlog last night, and just the stress that he goes through and stuff like that. So I offered some encouraging words, and hopefully that helps. As I said, we had to get back to that realization where people cared about each other, and people actually, like, I'm saying that everyone has to stick their neck out for everybody. We all go through our own stuff too. But less arguing is, I guess, what I'm saying. Less arguing on social media, and less, more, brotherly, sisterly, neighborly love, I guess is what I'm saying, needs to be out in the social media world. So yeah, anyways, anybody who's familiar with Metro, their unlock policy, because I didn't look it up, So it has to be like 6 months that you have that until the device gets unlocked, but it has to be 6 months on the active service with Metro, or because I'm thinking about unlocking the OnePlus Nord N10 5G and using it on Google Fi, which it can. I actually popped the Google Fi SIM card in there, and with the Google Fi app, it tried to activate it, but because of the lock that it has on there from Metro, it wouldn't allow it. I'm sure you can go to one of those SIM unlock companies and have them do it or whatever, but I'm just trying to see if it'll unlock on its phone, and the reason on its own. But the reason why I asked that is because like I had found an old Metro phone years ago, the Samsung, and it was locked. There was no service on it, and when I connected it to Wi-Fi, the unlock app that's natively on Metro phones, I hit that and then select a permanent unlock, and it actually permanently unlocked the phone. I was like, whoa, okay. So I gave it to my son to use and stuck a Google Fi data-only SIM card in it, and it worked. So I'm wondering if like the OnePlus Nord N10 5G will, have that luck or not. It's been close to 6 months. I'm trying to find the phone. Where I put it, there's my Nexus 5X. I think this is it. Yep. There it is right here. I'm about to turn it on and try again. Because we got this phone in January, at the end of January, I think. So I'll turn it on right now and see if it'll let me do it. I have the Metro SIM card still in it. My 6 months with Metro is in August 2021. Became a Metro in February. Huh? If you became a customer in February, which is the second month of the year, oh, it would be July for mine then, huh? No, I mean, if I did it in December, okay, yeah. So I got like another month to go. I'm still gonna try anyways. I always do. I always just like unlock the phone and then try. It'd be cool to use this on Google Fi. Like, why not? So let's just try for shits and giggles. But you know what? I doubt it's going to work. Let me lower the brightness here so you guys will be able to see it. And it's going to fail. More than likely, it's going to fail. No, you're right. It'll be August. Unlock failed. I guess I got to wait one more month. So probably the end of July. Okie dokies. Let's power it back off. Still got full battery. Put it back at the desk. I'll probably do like an update review later. I just did. That was the phone unlock app. No, it failed. So, 6 months would actually be July for me. I don't know why I was thinking June, because June is the 6th month. I was thinking, I'll finish right now. I appreciate that, Josh. We'll continue to keep her in my prayers. I appreciate that. No, there's no doctor looking after my mom. Here's the thing, like, doctors are really expensive in Thailand. She was getting these shots, like in her leg and her arm, that was helping her recover to regain motor skills with her arm and her legs, and she was almost there. And then, she, the way that she described it to me, she called me, and she was like, she was walking outside because she walks every day, trying to, stay, keep her strength up and everything. And she was like, all of a sudden, her left side just went completely numb again. Her left leg felt really heavy. And so she lost like all the strength that she gained to walk. She lost it. She had to use a cane to get herself back. Because it's a small village that they live in. So like I said, it's not a major city. Bad there for a second. Like I was saying before, jeez, my connection is just really bad right now. Yeah, she calls me and she tells me how she's doing. But yeah, after she basically explained to me what happened to her, that she completely lost all her motor skills in her left side again, and her left leg just went completely heavy where she could barely move it. She had to use a cane to get back into the house. She laid down. One of the things that was like scaring me was when she called me to tell me that happened, and she was like, her head hurt really bad, and she didn't understand what a stroke was. I had to explain it to her. I had to simplify it for her to understand. My mom doesn't speak very good English, and I don't speak Thai like super fluently. So I explained it to her the best that I could, and so now she knows. But this is the second one. So yeah, she doesn't have much time left. But she makes it to the first. She's supposed to go see her doctor because one of my cousins would be able to take my mom and take her to her doctor, and they can check her out more thoroughly. I told her, I was like, go to an emergency room. Like, hospitals there gotta have emergency rooms. Go to one, get seen, because her head was hurting. That was where my concern was. Her head was hurting, and I just wanted for her to be checked out. But she's not gonna go until the first. That's when she gets her retirement check. It gets deposited into her bank account, and she then uses the money to go and see her doctor and buy food, and that's really all she does. Like, my mom is a kick-ass woman. I'll tell anybody that. She only had a second grade level of education in Thailand. She dropped out of school in second grade to help the family out. She started fishing, I think, for her uncle's fish farm. He sold fish at the market, so she would go fishing and catch the fish for him and bring it to him. And she would work the rice paddy fields. So not even finishing basic elementary grades. My mom, when she came to America, she had to learn English, and it was so hard for her to do it. She knew a little bit of English when she met my dad in Thailand. My dad was stationed there, and she met my dad. She knew a little bit of English, but not a lot. And over time, she continuously learned. She learned from watching movies. Her pronunciations are bad, so some people won't even understand some of the things that she's talking about, because she still has a thick accent. Like, her Thai accent is always there. And she worked odd jobs, the best jobs that she can get without a high school diploma, and she did quite well for herself. The one thing about my mom is that she never really struggled for money. When she hit her late 30s, she never struggled for money. She always had money. She always had nice things. And so, like, look at my mom. I'm like, how strong she was to go, from living on, like a farm in Thailand and coming to America and working her butt off and not letting anyone telling her that she couldn't do things, and she did them. And and then I guess that's why it's hard. I know it's hard for my sister. It's hard for my older sister. Seeing my mom vulnerable, because we've always seen her as a strong woman, and she, in my eyes, she still is. You can't help the cards that's dealt. That's one of the things why health is so important. Why people really should be looking after their health and stuff like that. Who am I one to preach? You know what I mean? I'm hypocritical on that, but so that's why I told my sister, because she's also type 2 diabetic, and so am I. I've known about my condition before she discovered hers. So I pray every day. I contact her just to hear her voice and make sure she's okay. Right now it's nighttime, so she's sleeping. Like, when it's daytime here, it's nighttime over there. They're a day ahead of us. But so in the evening time is when she's awake, and like right around 6, the evening time, my time, is usually when she's already she's woken up, she's taken her shower, she's brushed her teeth the best that she can, and then she steams a pot of rice for her, and she pretty much just tries to keep it chill, and like from what she described to me, the place that she's living at. So her aunt lives upstairs, and then downstairs there's 3 walls. They've turned it into like a room, but the front is open, so she can see directly outside. She can see like the sunset. So sometimes my mom watches the sunset. She tells me she likes to do that. It's relaxing for her, and I'm like, that's cool. So I just, I don't know how I'm going to be. Like I've explained it to my older sister. I've explained it to people that are close to me. I may not want to deal with anybody for like a couple of days. I've experienced losing somebody. I lost a very good friend of mine. I talked about that last year. But losing a close friend to you is a little bit different than losing your parent. And like some people, and I gotta apologize to them because maybe they thought I was being rude. They offer me insight based on their faith and religion, and I understand, that they're trying to ease a little bit of the pain that's starting to build inside of me because it's coming to that point. But I always question things. Like people be like, she's going to an afterlife. You just have to believe in it. And I'm like, I get angry and I look at them and I'm just like, well, have you been there? Did you see this place and come back? Or how do you really know? Those things cross my head. And yes, I'm very open and I talk straight. You know what I mean? No BS. And so I do apologize to anybody that has given me that talk and I've given that response back. I'm just really, really hurt, I just think one of the biggest things that like really hurts me is just, when it's her time to go, she's going, but she's going and she's going alone. Like I'm not there. My sister's not there to be by her side, to, say goodbye physically, face to face. Our stuff has to be done over the phone. That's just, to me, that's not cool. And, like I'll know when that moment happens because she had already talked to one of my cousins who comes in and checks on my mom, and that if she does go, he's to call me, and that's how I'll know. Because obviously he'll have my mom's phone, and my sister's taking it pretty rough. So I told her like I'm not gonna call and say it. You'll know when I text the number 9 to her. She knows what that means. And yeah, I've been talking to my older sister lately. We've been video chatting a lot. I'm trying to, while dealing with my own pain, trying to be strong enough to help her through hers. They say that guilt sets in when the people that you love closest to you are going to go. Sometimes you have like a fight over something petty, and then when it's their time to go, all of a sudden the fight seems insignificant. And I'm like, I know where she's coming from on it. And as much as I can tell her, like, let go of the guilt and just remember the good times. She's gonna do what she's gonna do. But I am happy though that she took my advice and she was on the call with me with my mom, and she got the opportunity to apologize to our mom and and also to tell my mom that she forgives her for the things that happened in the past. I mean, this is her second one, man. Like she had her first major one. This is the second one. You know what I mean? How many can a person take before they go? Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally grieving right now. I guess it's like when you're, when you're on the cusp of knowing it's going to happen. You know what I mean? But I feel like that life is going to throw me a curveball. I think the moment that I kind of relax myself and I'm not totally thinking about it, I think that's when it's going to happen. And it's going to total blindside me. But I mean, all I can do now is just talk to her every day, and that's what I do, Yeah. And that's all I really can do is just, talk with her every day. She can hear my voice. She can tell me what she's doing, which, is a good thing. Because, like, I mean, I don't know if I've been open about this, but I didn't really grow up with my mom. I mean, my earlier years, I think, from when I was born, until about 3.5, 4 years old, I had both my mother and my father, and then they separated and eventually divorced. I was mostly with my dad, and every now and then my mom would pop in and out of our life. I think the longest that I lived with my mom was after the volcano eruption in the Philippines that I shared about in the middle of June. That I had to go. I was sent to go stay with my mom when we were evacuated out of the Philippines. So I think that was the longest that I've ever actually really lived with my mom. I think I was like, oh man, that was like 2 years, because when I came to my mom, I was 8. I turned 9. And when I left with my dad, my stepmom, my sisters and brother, we were in Hawaii when I was, I want to say 11, turning 12. So about 2 years. After that, I would only live with my mom again when I was 14. 13. I got into so much trouble in Hawaii, acting up like a crazy idiot, that the final time I went to family court, my dad and my probation officer actually requested the state of Hawaii to ban me off the islands until I was 21. And then the judge actually agreed. So I had no choice. I had to go move to Washington State and live with my mom, and I wasn't allowed to return back to Hawaii until I was 21. That's actually a thing. They could actually do that. I never knew that a state could do that. So I lived with my mom for like, I think, 7 months. I lived in Enumclaw, Washington for a little while. And then I lived in Buckley, Washington, which that's where they shot the Buckley, Washington Community Centers, where they shot the scene in the movie Black Sheep with Chris Farley and David Spade. So the scene where the football field is in Buckley, Washington, where the new kid shows he can throw the football pretty good to the kids in the neighborhood, and then the community center that gets lit on fire, that was in Buckley, Washington. I know that place. I know the community center very well. But yeah, I lived there for a little while, and then I came back to Hawaii and stayed with my dad, just because me and my mother's ex-husband, we didn't get along at all whatsoever. We were going to tear each other apart. So in total, I can say that, I've lived as a child, I lived with my mom in a total combined of about 9 years combined. So I didn't really know a lot of my mom's past until these last couple of years that I've been talking to her on the phone, and she shared a lot with me. It is where I learned more of my my ethnicity and my background. It's kind of funny. So I call myself a Heinz 57 plate, just of my nationality and everything, well, my ethnicity and everything. So her father is from Laos, which is a country right next to Thailand, kind of like in between Thailand and Vietnam. There's a country called Laos, and my grandfather, her father, comes from there. But our family tree, springs all the way into China and also Mongolia. So I am part Mongolian, I am part Chinese, I am part Laotian, I am part Thai, Puerto Rican. So yeah, it's all kinds of it's all kinds of mixtures and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, man? So I learned about that. I learned about like my mom dropping out in 2nd grade, and what she did, fishing and stuff like that, working on the rice paddy fields, working in, where they grew green onions and stuff like that. My mom did all kinds of odd jobs. She did it to help the family out. I do know that my grandmother, in her later years, when she was 60, She dedicated herself to Buddha, so she became a monk, and yeah, you are watching me from India. Nice. So one of the things that I did tell my mom I will do at some point. In Thailand, it's tradition that the son actually stays in a monastery for 3 months and is a monk for 3 months to, I guess, to honor his mother and for her to be blessed, I guess, in the afterlife. I told my mom I would do that for her. I don't mind doing it. Buzz me, put me in a monastery with no technology for 3 months. It'll probably be a good refreshing time away from the world and everything and allow me. But that won't be until my kids are grown and out the house and off to college and everything like that. I can't do it now. You know, I'm not gonna be away from my kids for 3 months. Can't do it. But I will do it once my kids are grown. So my youngest son, he turns 6 this July coming up, and yeah, so I got a lot of things going on. So now actually starts where my wallet empties out a lot more, because you know I got my son's birthday right after his is my daughter's birthday, and then it's my birthday, it's my babe's birthday right after that. Like my daughter, myself, and her mother, our birthdays are 9 days apart in the month of August. How crazy is that? Then it's my oldest daughter's birthday right after that. Then we got Halloween. We have Thanksgiving and my second oldest son's birthday. And then we have my oldest son's birthday, which his starts the 12 days of Christmas. And then we have Christmas, and then we have New Year's, right? So everyone's birthday is like on the second half of the year always. And yeah, we have a lot of things to do. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Everyone in here, you know, Gene, Coffee, Josh, everyone here is very supportive. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the kind words too. Yeah, so I'm just dreading that time. Here in a little bit, I'm going to call my older sister and just to check in with her also. And it's my niece's birthday. So I know that they're doing something for the family out there in Hawaii. So shouts out to my niece, and you know, the time that, you know, they're gonna have fun and everything, live it up and everything, whatnot. Sorry I can't be there. I don't live in Hawaii. So if I was there, I would join you guys, but can't. But all I can do, you know, trying to be the coolest uncle in the world is just give you a shout out. And so to my lovely niece, happy birthday. And you know, this day is dedicated to you, so live it up. And yeah, I'm gonna try to help my sister kind of get more of her feelings out, so she's not a Debbie Downer when they go to the resort and celebrate my niece's birthday, because they're gonna live it up. So big shout out to her. Anyways, guys, we're hitting the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go for the rest of Friday Junior. Thank you guys for being in here. Those who were here, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. Those who watched the replay, hashtag replay crew. If you guys watch it all the way to the end here, hashtag Friday Junior. And I know that you made it all the way to the end. I might go live tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure, but be on the lookout for several Team Pixel members, Pixel Buds A unboxing. Definitely check out Sneeds, because that little request I asked him to do about checking if the Buds A's fit and charge in the Pixel Bud 2 case. So he's going to show that. So other than that, you guys are clutch, man. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all the prayers, the good wishes and everything like that. You guys, that means a lot to me. So. All right then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Aloha.